Hello and welcome back to 1001 of your beers that you must try before you die. Um, I hope I complete this before I actually die, otherwise it's going to be very embarrassing. um,
It feels like there's some beers that you're going to have to
I'll have to find some sort of
hard
yeah.
work to find. Yeah, I have to see how it goes.
Well, okay, so this beer you brought for me it's from Latvia. It's the only beer in the book from Latvia. So we've just done the review for Korea, so we've knocked off one country. We're going to knock off another country now. This is Latvia. First brewed 1937, 6.8%, and it is Aldaris Porteris. And here it is. It's a very nice bottle. This one has like a year on it and everything.
Yeah, 2013. We went. It does have on the back something about 2013.
Yeah, so this might be a
So I don't
special
know if
edition
it's-
or something, but it's the correct name, the correct ABV. So
Yeah.
you know, it is what
I don't
it
know if
is.
2013 is when it was brewed
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, but we'll give it a
This
go.
was the only one we could find. So there we are.
Okay. Well, if you want to pour this, I'll do the tasting notes.
All right.
Tasting notes: a dark ruby color, topped with an inviting, chunky, creamy head with admirable retention and lacing. Admirable. The nose works overtime with an aroma flickering from malt, raisins, vanilla, and molasses, while licorice, dark berry fruits, and smoky malt tiptoe across the palate into a syrupy finish.
Tiptoe.
Yeah, it sounds interesting, doesn't it?
That sounds weird.
It could be really good. It could be dreadful.
Let's have your glass.
Thank you. There's lots to talk about with it, but I think we'll talk about that after we've had a go at the actual beer, first of all.
Yeah. It feels like this one might be charged, so I'm just being careful as I go here.
Very lightly carbonated.
It has been upright for quite some time, ever since we got back, which was about a month and a half ago. Sorry, this is
That's all right.
an interlude. Yeah,
it is charged.
It is charged at the bottom. So
Okay, well
I'll leave that little bit in there. I'll
leave
that for later.
Okay.
Right.
Bottle's very nice. The glass is fully embossed on both sides, which is quite cool. The brewery itself apparently has been around since 1865. So leave that there.
It is a very nice bottle again, because we're not entirely sure what this whole 2013 malarkey is about. We couldn't find anything that wasn't the 2013. We got this from a small shop in Riga. So
wow,
it is.
It is a dark ruby colour, I would say.
Yes,
it is. What does it smell like?
Ooh, booze.
That smells of booze.
Christmas.
It smells of Christmas. It smells of quite spicy.
Nice.
Very raisiny.
Yeah. Figgy.
What was that?
Malt loaf.
Malt loaf. Tanya has contributed to the conversation. But if it tastes like malt loaf, I'll be delighted. Should we go for the taste?
Yeah.
What's cheers in Latvian? You learn while you're over there?
I did. I've forgotten it again already. Some sort of school, is it? Something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, school. Oh, it's Prieka.
Oh well, there we go. I was completely wrong.
Cool. That tastes a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be.
But it does taste like it smells.
It does.
It's quite cocoa-y almost.
Yeah. What I quite like about that is it's not cloying at all.
No.
There's no cloyness, and that actually is making me appreciate it quite a lot. It's not leaving, it's not coating my mouth.
No.
It's just leaving quite a nice taste.
There's an alcohol tingle on the tongue when it goes down.
Yeah.
But it's admirable, I think.
So interesting. There's a fascinating story. So the Baltic Porter beer, which is this style, seems to be on the ropes. It says in countries such as Lithuania and Latvia, it was a beer that once took up at least a third of the market, and no Eastern European or Baltic brewery worth its salt would have been without one. It says it's becoming hard to find. Ask for dark beer in some Baltic state bars, and you'll be likely to be served a Guinness. No one knows the reason for the decline. This is only one of two breweries remaining in Latvia that supplies a porter.
Aha, right.
And it was opened originally by a Bavarian.
Lots of Germans in Riga back in the day, medieval times. That's
Yeah, so
one of the things we look
basically the
at.
brewery was originally called Waldschlossen, which means forest mansion. And it was basically they had ceased production at World War One, and then Aldaris took on the brewery in 1937. So that's the original date of the original brewery starting, but they sort of changed hands a bit. It's brewed as is typical of Baltic porters. It's brewed with bottom fermenting rather than top fermenting yeast. That's obviously more of a lager yeast, which is interesting. Creating a soft roundness in the beer. It says seemingly beer out of time, and this might explain why you found it so difficult to get in the first place. It accounts for only 2 to 3% of the brewery's overall production.
Oh, right,
it's not really a thing they do. So interest. So it's almost like a bit of a relic for both the brewery and the country.
Dino beer.
Yeah, but they've kept it going, and I mean, it's clearly there's a word on it that says exclusive porter. So it's now also being pitched as something that's a bit high end, I suppose, and something a bit special, to try and almost like, well, I guess, kind of get the kind of desire factor up.
Yeah.
With it, to try and get people to actually drink it, because it's like something that's quite special as opposed to lagers, essentially, which I imagine is most of the fare you found out there from traditional breweries.
Yeah, most of it was lager style, or their take on farmhouse.
Yeah, I know you found
that was more Lithuania.
Yeah, I know you found quite a few sort of craft beer bars, but this is obviously from one of the traditional breweries. I don't know how many there are now, but certainly it's pretty good.
Yeah, I quite like it.
I must say, I do really enjoy having that sweet raisiny flavour without the accompanying cloying sweetness. That's really quite pleasant.
Yeah, it's a sort of end of the night beer.
This would be a lovely one to have. I would like to get this. I would like to have this again. Pour it, let it sit for a little while in the winter.
Yeah,
this would be a lovely sort of winter warmer. I think it's a little bit too cold, I would say. Not through any it's being served exactly what it says it should be served at, so that's fine. But that's very nice. I would happily have this again. Should I ever come across Latvian beers? Well, I'm very pleased to complete Latvia with the one beer out the book, and it is a good beer. Did you find good beer in Latvia in general? Are they missing something? Or would you say Lithuania is more the catch?
Depends what you like, I suppose. Latvia has more of a developed beer scene. Lithuania is a bit more trad, and they have fewer sort of bars catering for the modern beer stuff.
Right.
But also that's partly, I guess, because Riga has lots of Western tourists going over to it because of Western tourist reasons, whereas Vilnius, far fewer.
Less so. Yeah.
Far fewer, yeah. It was really obvious between the two. Very few English.
Yeah, I mean, in
over in Vilnius, whereas in Riga, quite a few people.
I mean, there are 5 beers from Lithuania in this book. I've reviewed. I would have reviewed them all by the end of our session today, and there's only one from Latvia, which just seems disappointing. But I guess they're either good or not. So, well, I think we'll leave that. I think we'll leave one there. Cheers. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for another beer review very, very soon. Goodbye.